cruelty after 10 dogs were removed from her home. On Sunday, authorities responded for a fight between dogs at Lisa Lovejoy's home on South Street in the town of Stanley. Investigators say the dogs were in need of medical attention, but tell us Lovejoy refused to take them to the vet. We're also told Lovejoy was arrested due to this incident and a prior one at the location last month. All dogs have been moved to the Ontario County Humane Society. A Rochester woman is in custody accused of stabbing a man on the city's west side. Police arriving to Glide Street between Lyle Avenue and J Street just after 8 last night, where they found a 37-year-old man stabbed in the upper body. We're told he is expected to survive. The suspect, a 41-year-old woman, was taken into custody about 2 miles away. Happening today, RG&E is offering help with heat applications and other energy advice. Today, utility representatives will be at the Wallington Fire Department on Ridge Road in Sodus. Representatives will assist with home energy assistance program applications and offer tips to help cut costs. Today's event is from 4 until 7. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you.
Let's get a look at what we have brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with a new education option coming soon to Rochester, the city's first all-male elementary charter school. This morning, we're learning more about an upcoming community event they have planned and what families need to know for the upcoming lottery deadline.
Then spring break is almost here, but right after that comes something that a lot of students may be stressed about, state testing. Did you just get like chills thinking about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Susan Starrin from Sylvan Learning will join us. We're going to talk about ways parents can help their kids prepare and keep that test anxiety low and keep those hands from sweating.
Clammy palms as soon as I heard state testing.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And later, if you've been to the DMV lately, you've probably noticed a few upgrades, some changes there. This morning, Monroe County Clerk Romeo is stopping by to talk about those recent changes, access improvements, and what you need to know if you plan on visiting the DMV anytime soon.
All right, before all of that, let's talk about the forecast on this Friday Eve. Temperatures today will climb into the 60s, but we will see some rain out there too. Meteorologist Marty Snyder tracking how long that rain will stick around. Marty?
Yeah, and that's it. It's just that trade-off today where, it's going to be a mild afternoon for us, but there is some of that rain that'll build in. None out there now, and the morning looks great for us. You can see some of that sunshine working in right now. We're seeing temperatures at this point, however, not too far from 50. We have just pulled back into the very upper 40s temporarily before we resume that nice little increase throughout the day. And actually, temperatures right now are starting off pretty close to the average numbers that we usually see for highs this time of year versus lows. We're in the 40s, and even a lot of the surrounding area coming in just a little bit higher than that. A lot of surrounding places 50 or above, a lot of mid-50s through the Finger Lakes right now, especially down towards South Bristol, even up towards Clifton Springs, 56 there. So again, just a mild start to the day. We'll add to these numbers pretty well as we head forward. We'll close in on 60 by noon, probably some lower 60s early afternoon. Then those temperatures really drop off by quite a bit, down to about 56 by 4 p.m. Showers begin to enter the picture. And then longer term beyond that, I think it's going to be a story where temperatures really cool down tonight. 27 for an overnight low tonight, 30s for highs into Friday and Saturday. And then those numbers recover into Sunday and early next week. So at least we warm things up a little bit for the longer term, but mild today before we cool down quite a bit for the next couple days.
Not great, but to be expected. It's spring.
It's better than a month ago.
Sure. Well, depends on when a month ago we're thinking, because didn't we have some really nice warm days in February?
End of February?
Maybe had a couple in there, yeah. But at least this is on a little more consistent basis.
True.
At least when we drop back, we do come back pretty rapidly. So that's some good news this time of year.
That's what we like. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's go off the top and start with some of the things that have piqued our interest. This morning, I want to start things off with the latest trend taking over social media. It's doing absolutely nothing, literally nothing. You've heard of looks maxing, obsessing over your appearance, okay? Right? We've been there, looking your best. Sleep maxing, optimizing every ounce of sleep and how long you rest, when you rest, all of that. Fiber maxing, loading up on your diet to hit every nutritional target. Friction maxing. There's too many maxings. This one is where you add inconvenience back into your life. Make sure that your phone dies. You do these things on purpose. Now, we've got nothing maxing. What do you think it is, Abigail?
I think probably just sitting there.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Young people, Gen Z in particular, are sitting alone in a park, staring at nothing, no phone, no music, no podcast, no friends, just nothing.
No, but she is. She's staring at her phone in the video
she?
right now. Well,
Is she?
she's staring at a camera.
Oh, she's reading a book, too.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here?
That's not that's not nothing maxing.
And this guy, what? He's filming a video. He's not doing nothing.
No, I agree.
If you were doing nothing, you wouldn't be filming. How about that? And then
I
editing
agree.
the video.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm against this.
Sorry.
If you want, that's fine. I'm glad you brought it up. If you want a nothing max, you're not allowed to film it. You can't use your phone.
Yep.
You can't read a book. It's called nothing maxing for a reason.
Yeah.
Max it out, people. They are, Rory, we can keep going, sorry. They're calling this a trend, but here's the thing. Science, believe it or not, for when you do nothing, actually backs them up. Experts say Gen Z now averages 9 hours of screen time a day. 9. And it shows. Researchers call them sample and skip. That's the generational name. People who can focus for 1 to 10 seconds before they move on to something else. Some can't even wait for the song to finish. So what happens when your brain finally gets a break? Well, neuroscientists have a name for it. The default mode network. It's a part of your brain that fires up when you stop taking in information. So this is good.
Okay.
This is
good.
This is zen. This
Yeah.
is not, I'm nothing maxing, guys.
Yeah.
This is not what that is. It's where your best ideas can come from. It's where those memories get processed, where creativity lives. You know those thoughts you have in the shower? Best time to think. When you're not thinking about anything. That's it. That's the whole trend. Nothing maxing is basically allowing your brain to do its job. And look, experts will tell you these kids have essentially reinvented meditation without knowing it, because honestly, yeah. But in a world where your phone is always in your hand, choosing to do nothing might be the most radical thing you can do. Again, this. Hi, I'm nothing maxing today. Sit with me. That's not nothing maxing. You know what I say?
Tell me.
I say, for the 9 o'clock hour, we nothing max.
I hate the word more than I can even say.
Nothing maxing?
And here's the
or
thing.
maxing?
These made up words.
'Kay.
I hate it so much.
'Kay.
I
Okay.
really do.
Please.
And I think
Unload.
I'm finally understanding why, like, my parents hated YOLO and, like, all the words that were big, like, when I was in high school and stuff. Like, I'm getting it. I'm understanding now how irritating it is. Because there is a word for what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's called meditating. Let's not try to make it trendy and cute. It's very beneficial. It's very healthy for you if you can do it. Amazing. And you should be practicing it 1,000%. But, like, come on.
We got to call it something
Why do we
else,
have to call
Abigail.
it something else? That's ridiculous.
The reason
That's not going to be an SAT word, and you know it. So don't even make it up. I'm sorry, but
The reason they call it something else, though, is because they're just discovering it, and they think they're making the discovery. There's no realization of, oh, well, guys, we're sitting and doing nothing, also called meditation. No, I invented this. I invented the doing nothing. We're calling it looks maxing.
Okay,
or
so
nothing maxing.
if I let my grapes rot in my refrigerator for a year and then drink it when it becomes gross and watery and I get a little buzzed off of it, I'm going to call it Abby juice. But the reality is it's wine. That's wine.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't count.
I know.
That's
I know.
ridiculous. These kids.
I know. Listen.
I'm sorry. Rory's over here laughing. Rory's probably one of them. I feel like he said that word to me before. Yeah, put your arms up. I see you over there.
Listen, nothing maxing is so much better than the Tide Pod Challenge.
Okay, fine. Yeah. The bar is in the basement.
I know.
All right, we're done.
There is no bar.
You shouldn't be eating Tide Pods.
No.
And just.
I know.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
not coining phrases for things that already exist. That's called making up words.
I think maybe I'm just a little grumpy because I've been working a lot with the college students, and like they'll use those words in my class, and I'm like, what are you saying? And then they call me old for not knowing. And I'm like, no, what you're doing is meditating.
You should
Stop
just,
making it up.
you're meditating, and after this, you're going to be fail-maxing because you get a 0 today. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay? Calling you old?
Dude, it's all the time.
Nope.
Would you say I'm cooked?
And I'm unk. Don't know what it means, don't care.
But we get it a lot.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous. Yikes. All right, we got to move along to mine now. Wow, I sounded so grumpy and
No, listen,
Whoops.
I appreciate it.
whatever. I don't really care at this
Okay.
point. I'm sure they're going to come up with a word for that. Okay, so this is my story. A hero for those waiting in long lines at the airports. Of course, we know that those lines have been excruciatingly long lately, given the partial government shutdown, the mass call-outs by TSA employees who have gone well over a month without pay. Videos have circulated online showing people waiting for more than 4 hours at airports nationwide. Some missing not only one flight, but even their rescheduled ones, sometimes 2 or even 3 flights because of the wait times. This comes as many people are heading out for spring break and traveling to warmer destinations. Well, this person is trying to take some of the pain away. He's a travel advisor willing to get in line for travelers for as long as it takes, and then he is selling that spot to someone who needs it right there. His name's Jimmy Payne, and he says whether they need to jump ahead to make their flight on time, or maybe they're just tired of standing in the heat and humidity because some lines have even wrapped around into the parking garages, he's willing to wait all day, however long it needs. That said, it will cost you, but so would rescheduling multiple flights or renting a car to get to your destination, right? He shared a post on Facebook saying, quote, "I'll stand in line, I'll hold your spot, call or text when I reach the TSA scan point. You walk up, you step in, and keep it moving. Strong legs, strong bladder, 0 complaints." Now, this currently applies to New Orleans, Houston, and Atlanta airports because that's where he's bouncing around to. Others, though, are catching on to this side job as well. What are you laughing at?
He's going to different states to do
Well, he's
this?
a travel advisor.
I love this for him.
You know, some people travel for work. Maybe this is him. So there are other people who have also started doing this side job as well. A handful of people volunteering to stand in line. A guy by the name of Stephen Dial, though, is charging $65 an hour to stand in those TSA lines at Houston's airport. So he's staying in one spot. He's like, I'm
Okay.
here for the week. All things considered, it really might be worth the money, especially since some people have reported waiting more than 6 hours at the Houston airport. He has a 1-in, 1-out policy, so there really is no line cutting here. Unfortunately, though, if you're traveling with a group of people, that wouldn't apply. But if you're by yourself, hey, it could save you quite a bit of time, maybe not as much cash as you would like. but
Listen,
still
I would
not-
pack up the family van,
Yeah,
pull up to that airport and say, kids, get in line. We're spending the day here.
yeah,
And then you sell that. Listen, $65.
it's not bad.
I think he could be asking more. I do.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know if you've seen the videos on social media, but people are like panicked
Yeah.
while they're standing there waiting, not moving for hours, hours, and hours.
They're standing there watching their flights board.
Yeah.
Without them.
Yeah.
So, listen, I think he could raise that price to $100. And I think if you fill up the family van, then you can sell chunks of the line to groups. $1,000 for your 7 people.
I'll tell you what, let's catch a flight right now. We'll go to Houston and we'll do that. Sound good?
I kind of liked producer Jonathan's idea. See if we can pull the wool over people's eyes here in Rochester first. Sorry, friends, you didn't hear that. But we'll get in line here.
There is no line here. There are no lines.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you post it online. You say you got a Venmo before you arrive.
I don't know if I could do that. I
There
think
you
I
go.
would.
There's your gate.
I would feel bad and embarrassed and guilty
all-
and all of the feelings.
all relative.
There's got to be a word for that feeling.
There does. We should come up with it. What is it called? Bad maxing?
Oh, there we go.
Bad maxing. Stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back. Chris Lopez is taking us behind the story as those gas prices continue to climb.
And don't forget, we're streaming live. Join us on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
7:18 this Thursday morning. It's time to go behind the story today, as it's 1 month since that initial strike on Iran, and President Trump says he's prepared now to escalate that war.
As a result of the ongoing conflict in Iran, the national average for a gallon of gas is hovering around $4, according to GasBuddy.com.
Yeah, that's a high not reached since 2022, and it could be a while before it trends downward. Reporter John Lawrence has more.
Just hit $60, so it is what it is. I guess at this point, you got to do what you got to do.
The cost of filling up keeps going up due to the U.S.'s war with Iran.
Trump ran on a campaign saying, I'm going to end endless wars. We've got to invest in America, not in these endless wars. And he went back on his word.
President Donald Trump says he believes the U.S. and Iran will come to terms on an agreement that will end the conflict.
We have a number of people doing it, and the other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal. And who wouldn't if you were there?
The war with Tehran has disrupted tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, choking off about 20% of the world's oil supply.
I think they're going to start playing hardball, and that escalates the risk that this could be dragged on for a longer period of time, and that consumers, through higher gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel prices, are going to have a little bit of sticker shock that could linger.
Possibly lingering for people as they plan their summer vacations.
Travel has been a top priority for a lot of travelers just the past couple of years. And that has been, pretty notable with going somewhere that is a popular destination. You may be paying, slightly higher costs to get down there.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All right, so here at home, drivers are also feeling that pinch in their pockets. Chris Lopez joining us now, talking about gas prices and why they've remained elevated despite reports of diplomatic talks.
Have you guys filled up?
Yes.
Lately? How much are you guys seeing or noticing that difference at all?
Yeah, the 7-Eleven by my house, it's $3.99 right now. So I've been avoiding that one.
I had to go across the street 2 days ago, and I put the card in. I put the gas handle in, I pulled the trigger, and I hit the thing, and I decided I was not going to look.
You weren't going to look until you got the statement on your debit card?
It's going to cost me an amount that's just going to make me angry.
Yeah. I saw that this morning, by the way, before our live hit. Someone was pretty angry with the gas prices before we went live at 6 o'clock. I believe they were cursing out the gas pump for a solid 5 minutes or so. Some advice, though, anyone who's watching and you want cheap gas, the Walmart in Henrietta will be the cheapest gas prices you can get. I promise.
What is that at right now?
I believe it's $3.67 if you have the Walmart app and you use it to scan, it'll give you 3 cents off. So I paid $3.64 the last time that I was at the pump. Not too bad. Still elevated. I was paying $2.60 a month ago.
Nearly 50 cents lower than what it is today.
Yep. Yeah. I did want to talk about something that I didn't get to talk about in the report, though. Patrick DeHaan, who you guys saw in that package right there, alluded to this, but he didn't say it. It was called price destruction. There's going to be a point where oil just gets too expensive and consumers change their habits. It'll just get too costly, and that's what he was talking about. Is it going to be $150 a barrel? Is it going to be $250 a barrel? We don't know where that price is going to be at, where consumers are going to say, look, I'm just not going to drive, or I'm going to buy an electric vehicle, or I'm going to start walking or riding my bike. But the consumer will ultimately decide where that's at. And I thought that was very interesting. It's an economic term. It's called price destruction. You essentially raise the price so high, people just don't want to buy it anymore.
Yeah.
They'll change their habits. So that could happen if things start to elevate more and more and the strait stays closed.
Did he give a sense of how long you need to be in the thick of that before you see the price destruction?
No, it was very much up to the consumer. It's just going to be when everyone around the world, it's going to be a global thing, when they change their habits and decide to buy an EV or decide to do something else.
It makes me wonder how long people will do exactly what you did. Just kind of hold their nose and say, all right, I just have to get the gas and ignore it and I'll worry about it later. It's curious to think about, I guess.
It's certainly not a great way of going about it. because you need to know, but you want to ignore it. And listen, I have to imagine there are a lot of people out there thinking to themselves, I wish my office had not gone back to 5 days in person.
Hybrid.
And that I could still have that hybrid schedule and stay home 3 days a week, because one full day that I spend in the office, I'm giving 3/4 of that, putting that right into my car.
Yeah, and this is totally off topic, but the commercial real estate market was taking a hit. So, my mom works for Bank of America. Bank of America is paying for that building. No one's in it. Look, they're like, look, we're not going to pay this monthly mortgage, which is out of hand probably, for no one to be here. You guys got to be here 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and eventually it was 5 days a week. So people are still going to be driving to work, like I said, until we start to see something kind of outrageous happen. And Dan, you asked me about Venezuelan oil and why we aren't extracting from that. Even though they have a lot of oil, we essentially kind of took over Venezuela and put in a new president there. Regime change. That oil is, I guess, very hard to extract. It's like a very viscous, heavy, thick oil that takes a lot of specialized equipment to extract. It's pretty hard to clean up, and you need that expertise to come in and get that oil out of the ground. And ironically, they actually have the most oil reserves in the world. They have 300 million barrels of oil reserves. If you want to compare that, Saudi Arabia, which we all know is the king of oil, those OPEC countries, 250 million barrels barrels of oil. And then America, we have 50 million barrels of oil.
Yeah.
But Venezuela has all this in the reserves. It's just incredibly hard to extract.
But even having that, it's not going to impact gas prices.
To me, it seems like it's a bandage over a gunshot wound until we have definitive diplomatic action in this war, and that straight opens up. It's not going to matter. They can teeter a little bit, or they can stay elevated without the volatility that we're seeing, but they're not going to go back down to 260. And even, I'm told by Patrick also, even if this war ends tomorrow, let's say no one's bluffing, there's a 15-point peace plan, Iran accepts, we still won't see oil prices go back to normal like what we saw before this for months. That supply still needs to make its way through the Strait of Hormuz, and it's not fast. These are slow-moving oil tankers. So even if the war ends tomorrow, it's pretty interesting. It's still going to take months to level out.
Well, and you mentioned it last week, factor in the summer blend.
Yes.
Yep.
Switching that
Did
over.
not mention that. Yeah, the summer blend also
costly.
spikes things.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Thank you for following us. We appreciate it.
Time right now, 8:25. When we come back, it's time for a little weather trivia.
Yeah, meteorologist Mark McLean will be with us on the other side of the break. And that's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, easy.
That's a long
That's
trip.
a trip.
But we don't want to talk about that because we know Abigail did that for a while. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so.
It was a tough ride.
And she might start swinging soon.
Yeah.
No comment. No comment.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's do weather trivia, Mark.
It's nice out.
It's beautiful.
It is unexpectedly nice. Sometimes, the cloud cover doesn't behave in the way that we thought it was going to behave. So it's kind of, let's call this bonus sunshine for this morning.
We'll take it.
Okay. I just poked my head out the side door, doing pretty good out there. A little bit of high cloud cover. But this is a volatile month in Western New York. The month of March features the, quote, biggest swings in the weather that we pretty much get. It can go from hot to cold. But if you looked at the hottest day and the coldest day ever recorded in March, what's the spread between those 2 days? Is it 71 degrees, 95 degrees, 65 degrees, or 85 degrees?
Couple of clarifying questions.
Sure.
Did they happen in the same March? The same year?
No, they don't have to happen in the same.
They don't have to happen.
And they
in
don't
the
have
same
to happen on the back-to-back days either. So
They
this,
don't.
This isn't it was.
So it could be
extended.
March 1st and
Yep.
the 28th.
It could be. Yep.
Got it.
Of 1899 versus 1977. Yeah.
Got it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's pretty interesting. This month it's just the polarity of this month is just exceptional.
Yeah.
It's just exceptional. But we'll have that answer at 9 o'clock as we always do. And and speaking of the big swings, we've had them, and usually every March does. But that second week of March really stands out. We had one day that had a temperature anomaly that was 30 degrees above normal. That is.
That's when it was 70, right?
It was, I think 74 was the actual high temperature, but the overnight low temperature was so mild that it contributed to that temperature. But it got colder recently, and it's kind of leveled out recently. We really haven't, in the last week at least, had any huge swings. But you factor it all in, you add it all together, you divide it up, and we're about 3.9 degrees above normal for the entire month. And as mentioned, there's the clouds. That's the gray blob just north of Lake Ontario. That's all forming right along a stationary front that really is not in any kind of hurry to move at all, but it will sink south slowly this afternoon and eventually move through. And what that's going to do, it's going to bring that, you see the snow, obviously, in the Great Lakes, and you see the rain back through Wisconsin. The rain is sliding our way. The rain is going to follow that front just like a train on tracks into Western New York for the afternoon and the evening. So just to give you the rough timing, you want to get the walk in, you want to take a run outside. This morning is exceptional for that. The afternoon, not so much, especially after about 2 or 3 o'clock. We just get into one of these steady rains, and it could even be a light to moderate rain at times for the evening. Now, the nice part about it is that cold front sinks south, and that takes all the weather action with it. It's like a magic eraser, right? Just gone, bye-bye, sinks to the south, the clouds fade away. We get back to a little sunshine for Friday afternoon, but a little bit of a deceiving sunshine because the air temperature is not going to be in the low 60s like it is this afternoon. It's going to be back actually in the mid-30s, so quite a drop to the temperature for the end of our work week. Potential rain amounts show maybe a quarter to a third of an inch closer to Rochester. But if you get down in the southern tier, some of those rain amounts could be even closer to an inch, wouldn't be surprising. There's Arcade, and you can look towards Sheldon, Warsaw, about 3/4 of an inch of rain down that way. Not enough to be a cause for concern for flooding, but certainly something that we're going to watch. And it will be our 13th day with precipitation this month. And, if you look at all Marches that we've had, that's probably right in line with where it should be. What's not right in line is the amount of rain. If we add on another ½ inch today, that gets us up to 4 inches for the month. And I've gotten this question a couple of times in the last week on email. And just want to say that the drought that we had from last summer, just about done with at this point. There is still an abnormally dry designation for portions of Western New York, but realistically, with the snow that we had last winter that was well above normal, with the rain that we've now had in March, it's put a real dent in that. I would not be surprised if that designation went away completely here in the next few weeks. But 48 degrees, that ceiling's about as high as it goes. 25,000 feet, west-southwest breeze at 6. Enjoy the mild air while we have it. Some of the temps already in the 50s south of Buffalo. Look at that, South Bristol at 57 degrees, Clifton Springs at 56. Keep in mind our normal high temperature is 47 degrees, so this is all bonus weather. If you like the mild stuff. But temperature in reverse later this afternoon. We're going to drop back through the 50s into the 40s, eventually into the 20s from our 60s this afternoon. clearing, colder late, maybe even mixing in a flurry. I don't want to make you sick, but what a ride, right? Still chilly on Saturday, 50 on Sunday, nice and seasonable for this time of the year. Mild air on Monday. It'll be cloudy then, some passing showers Tuesday. But notice that we've taken that chance for rain down Tuesday, Wednesday. The Red Wings trying to squeeze in their home opener in the month of March. We're getting another day closer to seeing, kind of what that could look like during that time period.
Dan Mason, turn the heat on, my friend.
We need to get his average up just a little.
Yeah.
300's not bad in baseball. We get him a 50-degree guarantee there. He's up to 300.
Yeah.
How much did he offer you?
Ooh, well.
Not allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, I don't,
Because, folks, I don't know if you're aware, the forecast is for sale, 100%.
Would it be enough to switch careers? I don't know. Maybe.
All right, Mark. Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this. This Thursday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. Parents, pay attention here. A brand new education option is swinging into town, acting as the city's first all-male elementary charter school.
Applications for Green Tech, Rochester's 2026-27 school year, are now open, but time is running out for the upcoming lottery deadline. For more on the mission of the school and a very special upcoming opportunity for families to learn, we're joined now by founding principal Dr. Christine Richards and executive consultant Dr. Paul Miller. Good morning to the both of you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning.
This is very exciting and very unique. What a great opportunity for folks in our area. Give us an overview, what the school is going to look like and why it was decided that this was needed.
So Green Tech Rochester's first all-boys elementary charter school is going to be STEM-focused, hands-on. We want to create a place of nurture, a place of learning, a place where young males can feel okay to be themselves, and we can teach them what that looks like, right? It's okay to, to have energy and to want to learn and to move about, and how do you structure that with your learning?
So elementary school, this is K through...
So we will eventually be K5, but we're starting out with K1.
Okay.
We're looking at 150 students across 3 grades of kindergarten into a first grade.
Okay, very good.
That's excellent. And, I guess what's going to be the plan for the lottery? What do people need to know about that?
So with the lottery, we really just want you to so you can go to greentechrochester.com. You can click our Enroll Now button. It'll take you straight to Good Schools Rock to create an account. And from there, you create an account and then you choose Green Tech Rochester as your school of choice.
We have 150 seats, so we're trying to make sure there's quite a bit of room, but at the same time, the room is not infinite. So we want parents of our pre-K to know that we want them to put their applications in now. Don't wait. Sometimes Rochester has a habit of waiting until later. And so we want to push our parents to go now because we want to ensure that they have a spot and we want to make sure they have a seat because they're not going to want to miss this.
Absolutely.
RCSD, one of the biggest districts in the state, one of the big five. We've got lots of school options here. I'm wondering, for somebody sitting at home thinking to themselves, we've got a new school, what's the difference? What is the difference? What separates you from the rest?
And I think some of the first difference is you always want to look at historical, right? So we're following the model. Years ago, I was the CEO and principal of Green Tech in Albany. We had all boys. We had 97% black and brown young men and 90% poverty, but we averaged a 95% graduation rate, 100% acceptance to college, $25 million in scholarship money every year while I was there as the CEO. And so what we did is we brought that model here. And we realized because of the difficulties that Rochester has, we had to get the babies early. Yes. We get them early, we're going to build the foundation, we're going to build it off of the success that we've had, we're going to translate that here, but we're going to give them the foundation that they need through a STEM-based education where they're going to get and be able to read, write, and do math on grade level or above by the time that they're supposed to, where we know currently Rochester, there's a lot of gaps going on, and we know that there's a lot of hardworking people, but we have the formula to success, and we're bringing it here.
You know, you talked about academically having that solid foundation, but
Right.
I imagine that it would also create a strong foundation emotionally and you know,
Absolutely.
physically, I guess.
Yeah, so social emotional learning and academics go hand in hand, right? I always say it's like a coin, a quarter. You can't have one side without the other. So in order to have someone focus on academics, you have to make sure that they're social and emotionally well. So again, that's where the environment and the culture comes in of making sure that the young men feel seen, feel heard. And we're going to target them, but then we're also going to bring their families into the fold. Because Green Tech Rochester is going to be a family. It's going to be a family, community-based school where we actually detail what it is that our children and our families need to succeed.
Talk to us, if you can, we're running low on time, about the event tonight from 5 to 7.
So tonight we're at the Boys and Girls Club, 5 to 7. You can come, you can meet the leadership, you can talk to the team. We're going to have STEM experiments going on. We're going to feed you. Then we're going to also tell you about our event on Sunday, which is going to be our free GTR at the movies with Into the Spideyverse with Spider-Man. So we're going to be at the Apple Cinemas.
Whoa!
He's in the house.
Yes.
He's in the house.
And he will be in the house on Sunday at Apple Cinemas, 3 o'clock. Families can come. Registration is free. Tickets are free. You can go onto our website. You can go to all our social medias, and you can register. And we want families to come out and have a great time.
How cool is that?
GreenTechRochester.com.
Yep.
If you go there, you can go there to apply for the school.
Absolutely.
You can also register for the events. Come on out to the Boys and Girls Club tonight. Spider-Man will be there.
He will.
He'll be at Apple Cinema at the Greasewood Center on Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
You know, just we're here to have fun, but as you can see, we're trying to bring a new, fresh aspect to education, make sure that it's fun, and make sure that it's exciting for our young men.
Yes.
So important. Thank you both so much for your work. And Spider-Man,
Yeah, seriously.
thank you for taking time out of saving the world to come here. We appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
We're going to post all the information over on Fox Rochester and 13wham.com.
8:42, don't go far. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we are sitting down one-on-one with Chris Lopez, who's got the very latest on the recent spike in gas prices.
And we're streaming live. You can join us on the 13wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break. going behind the story once again, continuing to follow the latest developments as the war in Iran continues on.
Yeah, Iran says it's rejected a U.S. proposed ceasefire plan and instead is issuing its own demands.
Now here at home, the price at the pump is rising because of that ongoing conflict. Chris Lopez has been following this story for us all morning.
Yeah, and what I want to kind of hit on and piggyback off of is those headlines changing, and so does the price of gas, not necessarily what's going on the battlefield. I mean, strikes were carried out last night, I believe, but that didn't really change the price. That's, that to me is more important than a headline. But you have Tehran saying that, no, we have had no talks with the U.S. And then Trump saying that we have had talks and they would love to make a deal with us. That's making the actual price of oil be incredibly volatile. It's not what's going on the battlefield. And that's what Patrick DeHaan was talking about, the petro analyst that I spoke with to get all of my info for this. I thought that was incredibly interesting that he told me that words are actually speaking louder than actions in this case, despite us having a war going on right now. And the one thing I also found interesting was that, so I asked him with a question that I thought I knew the answer. I said, okay, so if the U.S. invades, because Trump has moved the 82nd, he has Marines there, there's also about 40 to 50,000 troops in that area. If they do a ground invasion to take the strait by force rather than with diplomatic negotiations, I'm thinking, okay, that's going to spike oil. He says no. He said that volatility is going to drop. Ashley, can you roll the SOT for that? I believe it's E12.
I mean, a ground invasion wouldn't necessarily be something that breaks the camel's back. I would look for the Strait of Hormuz. If that ground invasion secures the strait, if there's enough military assets that allow ships to start moving, that's going to be potentially some good news. So it's not necessarily in the tactics. It's not necessarily baked in a ground invasion, although a ground invasion would probably embolden Iran to create more chaos.
And to finish his quote, that more chaos is if he said that if there is an invasion via troops, that Iran could just go ballistic and start hitting oil infrastructure around the Gulf. That's Saudi, that's Bahrain, that's Iraq, and start really hammering the oil infrastructure to say, no, we still have a command on this oil price, even if you take the strait.
Can I ask you a military question?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned the 82nd. We're 2 days short of a month into this fight in Iran. Is the 82nd not typically one of the first boots on the ground deployments that happens?
No.
And it isn't.
So they're typically going to go behind the Marines. If you were going to send in anyone, it's going to be Marines first to take that ground. It's going to be the Army to hold the ground. That's typically how the U.S. military works. Marines first, whether it's via amphibious or via just drop off on land, and then the 82nd would come in to hold it. However, the 82nd is unique in that you can really drop them off anywhere in the world. They're trained to do this, and they are good to go in 72 hours. You can spin them up with 3 days, no training, and they will be good to go anywhere. That's kind of their MO.
But how have we won this war if we've got the second round of troops ready to be boots on the ground?
That's a tactical question that I think the generals, Joint Chief of Staff, are going to know. They're not going to let us know. That's an OPSEC thing, operational security. They're not going to let us know why the 82nd and not the 75th Ranger Regiment, which are great at taking airfields, which would be on Karg Island. Or why a certain, like maybe Delta is going to go in there, right? Those are all going to be operational security. They're not going to let us know that. But like I said, I do know that the 82nd canceled big training that they had a few months back, and they are now really close to being boots on the ground, potentially this weekend, is what I'm reading in some reports. Trump, that being, is not going to move all of these troops over there as a show of force. He could mean business.
Okay. And so, to circle this back around to the gas price angle of it, your belief is that it doesn't matter what actually is happening on the ground there. The words speak far louder than
I think for right now,
Yeah.
When I asked Patrick that question, I thought I knew the answer, but he said if the strait gets taken by force and it gets opened up, that's good for gas prices, despite how much violent volatility is going to happen over there. There's probably going to be casualties invading Iran. They have the Shahed capability, thousands of them, and they have also, from the reporting that I've read, have held off on their major weapons that they could use against us. They've just been using these Shahed drones. I don't know if you guys have seen the footage. There was one at Camp Victory that they showed yesterday where they took out a very expensive radar system as well as a medical helicopter. Camp Victory was pretty much depleted of all soldiers because of this, but those Shahed drones are really causing havoc, and that's really something to watch out for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thank you. Time right now, 8:50. When we come back, we are getting some advice on how students can prepare for the upcoming state tests.
We certainly are. More on the other side of the break. .53 this morning. Spring break is next week, a time for students to refresh, relax, but it's also a crucial time to prep for some upcoming New York State tests.
This morning, we're getting expert tips on how students in grades 3 through 8 and their parents can reduce anxiety and walk into test day feeling confident. Susan Starren from Sylvan Learning joining us now to talk about it. Susan, thinking about the state tests, I'm sure they're much different now compared to when we were in school. Did you even have state tests?
I don't think so.
Okay, I had state tests. What do they look like now?
They're definitely different than they used to be. There used to be a lot of controversy about the state tests. They were so long, they took away from instructional time, and was it really a good measure of how students are performing? But now the tests are computer-based, they're shorter, they're untimed. They're meant to make kids feel less stressed and give a good representation of how students are really achieving.
They're shorter and untimed, you said?
Yes.
So I can take as long as I need to answer however many questions?
Yes, the goal is to get a good read on how students are achieving. And, for students and parents and teachers, the tests are really a good indicator of where their strengths and weaknesses are. Especially for younger students, a lot of times grades in the classroom are based on engagement and participation. This is kind of a more clean read on how do students do independently. And then it's a good predictor of what they're going to look like as students in middle and high school. So it's important to take these tests seriously and as parents to use the data to inform what choices and what decisions do I need to make in order to best set my kids up for success down the road.
You're whispering over
You said something, and I said to myself, that's so interesting. What kind of indicators does it give on what kind of student they're going to be in high school?
Well, if they're struggling as test takers or they're nervous test takers and they have a lot of anxiety, that's something you want to address while kids are younger. They're more moldable when they're young and haven't had as many experiences. So if you can make those things positive, make them feel relaxed going into the test, just doing their best, make sure they're prepared and have a good understanding of comprehension, vocabulary, writing, and math, the more confident they're going to be as test takers down the road. So setting them up for success now really gears them up for future achievement and to be confident learners, which is what so many students really struggle with.
Is it ELA and math? Are there any others that people have to worry about, parents and students?
There's science for students in 5th and 8th grade, but ELA and math are really the big tests that most students are concerned about. And there's often a lot of pressure on kids to do well on those tests. So at home, make them feel good about it. Make them understand that, this is just a way to measure what you know, and we're here to help if it doesn't go well. Maybe ask your teachers now when the test is going to be. There's a little bit longer testing window. It used to be a set day and time, and everybody kind of filed into the cafeteria to take the test, and it was very stressful. Now students can take the tests over a couple of weeks period. So ask your teachers, when is my child going to be taking the test, so that they can make sure that they're feeling their best, that they get a good night's sleep, that you've been able to prep them with that morning mantra of go in, do your best, show what you know. I know you've got this. Kids really thrive from that positive reinforcement too.
But that prep work doesn't begin the night before.
It doesn't. It's an ongoing preparation. So, use this break week maybe to read some books with your kids. Ask them questions about what they read. If you're on vacation, do some journaling. Have them write about what they've done over the break. Have them use the format that's kind of expected in school, where they're stating the question and answering and supplying details, so that they're getting used to that writing in more of kind of a fun way. Not everything has to be regimented, but if you do want to see what does the format look like, you can always go on the New York State Ed website and get some sample questions so that you as a parent can stay informed too.
Wow. It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
It has.
I want to log on and just see how many it takes until I fail.
I wonder how we do. I kind of want to try it.
Horribly.
You've got
Thank you, Susan.
See, and that's the kind of encouragement.
Yes, we need that.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
Time right now is 8:57. Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this.
political pulse, the war with Iran is driving up the cost of fertilizer and fuel for farmers. I speak to a representative from the New York Farm Bureau about why and what this could mean for your next grocery bill. That's coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Ark Rochester returns after this.
On this Thursday morning, March 26th. Thank you for sticking with us on Ark Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
I'm Dan Schrack. That's meteorologist Mark McLean. He is back with the answer to weather trivia, the Muddy Paws forecast, the full forecast. And did you ever find the volume button for my phone?
We couldn't find it. We did find a nice plastic tine, though, from like one of our...
From a fork?
From our fork, yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
Probably from one of those segments that we were doing.
Probably gone forever.
Something that we shouldn't have been doing on television.
Probably. It's fair. That's fair.
It's all right.
All right, let's get to the answer for weather trivia.
Weather trivia, yeah, lots of responses on this one. If you've lived in Rochester or Western New York for a long time, you know that this month is about as volatile as it gets in terms of the weather. You wake up one day, you're in shorts, the next day, you're in your heavy jacket, right? What's the biggest swing in terms of, pick the highest day, the hottest day on record for March, and then pick the coldest day that we've ever had? What's the spread between those 2 days? Is it 71 degrees, 95 degrees, 65 degrees, or 85 degrees? And here they come. Allison says B, Amy has C, E and Debbie have D, David and Yvonne have A. Karen and Sandra and Mike have A. Shelley, Lori, and Jim all have C this morning. Amy, Laura, Debbie have D. Janet has C. Rod and Barbara have A. Thanks to all of our loyal audience out there for always chiming in here. Nancy and Diane have A. Everyone else has C, including Barb, Diane's mom, at C. Kyla, Paul, and Sarah. Frank, Kevin, David all have A. Mary Pat, Frank's wife, C. Colleen, Kevin's wife, D. Judy, David's wife, C.
Oh, my God.
Lisa and Lisa's dad are at odds. Richard and Neva are in agreement this morning. With
How many pages of answers is that?
I don't know. We get about 30 or 40 now. It's still growing, too.
Wild.
Slowly growing. Slowly growing.
I'm going to go with C.
C is 65 degrees.
65?
So that would be like a high temperature of 65 and a low of 0, right? That's the kind of spread you're talking about.
Well, yeah, because for D, it would be a high of 85 and a spread of 0.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to go with A. I'm going to say 71 degrees.
71?
I'll go with that too.
Believe it or not, it's 95
What?
degrees. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, what are the dates?
So, okay, so we had 86 on March 29th, 1905, and a low temperature of -9. And I remember this one. That day was brutal. You know what? You want to talk about just bone-chilling cold. It was windy. No. It was -9. It was March 6th of 2014. We got down to -9. So you go from -9 to 86, and you get that huge
95 degree jump.
Unreal. You know what? Spring is nearby. It is just not here. It's in the 30s in Canada. It's in the 40s. These temperatures are actually mild for the Great Lakes, but check out the center of the country. This is the actual temperature right now. It is 75. Some of these spots got to 90 yesterday.
Can you imagine waking up to 72 degrees
Look at Vegas,
today?
Vegas hiding on the left-hand side of the screen, 80 degrees. 80 right now. And they're what? How many hours? Is that 2 hours back? Right?
3.
Is it 3 in Vegas?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's something right there. But, eventually we'll get a taste of it. Spring flowers starting to pop up in the old McLean Garden. This is the crocus, which are the thin leaves. You recognize those. The hyacinths just started to pop out. You see those on the right-hand side of that picture. And the allium, that's my favorite, right there on the top left. Those guys starting to fight on through the soil. Alliums. Those are the ones like the softball-sized flower that's purple that lasts for like a week or so.
Okay.
Absolute favorite right there. When those hit, and it's usually, I don't think until May probably. I mean, that's just the tippy tops of them. They'll get a lot bigger than that. But they'll be, 2 to 3 feet tall. Some of them. They're on a real pedestal, and they just shoot up. Here's a fan favorite, Toby. Toby's getting ahead of Easter here. We've had Toby on before. Hey, we'd love to see the pics of your pets. Oh, we have another interesting one. I think we're going to have to save it for maybe down the road, but get a cool one for tomorrow. You have to see tomorrow's. But scan that QR code on the screen, 13wham.com/chime in, and we'd love to see your family friends when you can send those along. But check out the forecast for today. If you're going for the walk this morning, you're in good shape. No wet paws there. If you're going for the walk this afternoon, that's where you're going to get the wet paws. For Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are in good shape. So what a 180 from last weekend, right? I mean, that washout that we had on Sunday. Still seeing some sunshine out there, and the cloud deck still way up there at 10,000 feet, 55 degrees. So that's a 9-degree jump since last hour. With that warm air just sitting aloft a few feet off the ground, it mixes down with that strong March sunshine. That higher sun angle this time of the year brings down that warmth pretty quickly. West wind at 13, and you see temps across the area closing in on 60 already south of Rochester. It's not going to take too much more time before that York and South Bristol number do get into the 60s. Here's the satellite radar. We've got a wave of low pressure. It's going to ride along that front, that line that you see just to our north, and slowly sag south later this afternoon. So that's going to have an impact not only on the sky, but also on the temperature. The temperature is in reverse today. It's one of these weird days where we get that high temperature while you're eating lunch. Look at that, in the mid-60s to the south, even lakeside in the 50s. And then this thing starts going backwards. There's the rain, and it may even finish with a wet flake or two. I don't want to make you sick here, but temps in the 40s, 30s, and tomorrow morning, 26 degrees.
It's almost as if we're going back in time.
It is. It's like you take 2 steps forward and you take 1 back this time of the year, and we're taking a step back for tomorrow. But here's the thing about tomorrow. Watch the temperature. It didn't move through the whole afternoon.
Is that supposed to impress us?
That's tough to do this time of the year.
Really?
With like almost 12 and a half hours of day length and higher sun angles. But watch the rain. We do get a soaking rain out of this. And some of those amounts, a ½ inch to an inch south of Rochester. It looks like it's about a third to maybe possibly a ½ inch closer to the city. But the hour-by-hour forecast, there it goes sloping down. You can see that rain icon in there for 3, 5, 7, 9 o'clock tonight. The normal up to 47 with that sunset tonight around 7:30. Extended forecast for us. Does start to warm up a little bit next week. I don't know if we'll get there for the 50-degree guarantee for the Red Wings, but it's going to be darn close. 50 for Sunday looks like the warmer of the 2 weekend days if you're trying to plan out some outdoor stuff there. Mild air for Monday, passing shower there for Tuesday with generically speaking, some showers around for Wednesday.
Listen, if they don't hit that 50-degree guarantee, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
They got to win that game because I think we set them up last year to win the home opener, which they hadn't done in several years.
Oh, wow.
They need to do it again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We need
it's
a big
got our
W.
name on it.
We need a big W.
Yes. Agreed.
Yep.
Ashley,
Uh-oh, what's he calling for?
can we have the countdown? Look at that.
One day at a time.
Nice.
We're just taking it one day at a time right now.
We're taking it second by second, my friend. Second by second. 86 days, 18 hours, 14 minutes, 42 seconds.
We'll be here before we know it.
It will.
It will.
Yep.
It will.
All right, much more to get to here on Arc Rochester when we come back. A closer look at some of the recent updates and operations at the county clerk's office and DMV.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around, we're back after this. (9:13) this morning, the county clerk's office is rolling out a variety of new services and efficiency improvements, providing the community with easier access and some more support.
Monroe County Clerk Jamie Romeo joins us now with more on some of the most recent updates and what folks need to know. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
All right, so let's get right into it. A lot has been happening over there at your office and with the DMV. Let's start with the latest updates on the tech at the Department of Motor Vehicles.
So that's where we've had new tech for both for how customers deal with us, but also mostly internally. So that's where there's a lot of changes. And one of the things I think people might notice is that some things are taking a little bit longer. So the entire state of New York actually went through a whole system upgrade for how the DMV processes all of your tech, or excuse me, all your transactions. So what happens now is that some things that may have taken faster are taking a little bit longer, and that's simply because we went to a completely different operating system for how we process things. It is, as we get used to it for the entire state, it's combined a lot of outdated systems. So as we get more experience with it, it is going to increase efficiencies. It's going to make a lot of the information within those state systems start talking to itself much easier. But that is one of those things that people might notice, that things that didn't take that long now take a little bit longer. But that's, again, we always ask for patience. But the newest thing that customers might directly see is that iPad check-in system, where the first thing they're doing now is they're not talking to one of our staff, they're actually checking in and then they're sitting down. A big part of that is allowing us to avoid waiting in line, which is now, we'd rather you be able to have a seat and wait, but also it's going to give us a lot more information and being able to better queue you for your transaction, because the first thing you're going to do is enter into our system, and our system's going to work with us to be able to get you served to the right person you need and more quickly.
Now, Jamie, earlier this month, we know we reported on some substantial delays at some DMV offices as a result of some of these changes and some new stuff that's implemented. Have those major slowdowns or those major sticking points been resolved so things are slowly starting to get back on pace?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And that's one of those things of where the day of that infamous 8-hour wait photo that came out, that was errors in our system, but it was for projected wait times. And that's one of those things of where what we've seen is that while your projected wait time at the time was telling you these outrageous times, no one was truly waiting that long, and they were getting served very quickly. And I know for the month of February, we saw that the average across all 4 of our branches was actually under an hour for wait time. Again, even waiting an hour is still a lengthy process, but there's also only so many things with DMV that we can make completely efficient. Some of those we really got to count on the state to try to improve. But we are seeing that there has been a lot of improvements. We've made a lot of back of the house updates. But the biggest thing we love with this new QLess system is that everyone's getting a personalized dashboard when they check in for a walk-in or when they make an appointment. And it's actually going to give you information to the forms that you need, links to the state DMV website, or the Real ID check-in process for what documents you need to bring in. So that way we're hoping we can empower people with more information before they come visit us to make sure it makes that appointment or their walk-in with us even faster.
Have you noticed that people have been relatively patient when it comes to some of those wait times, or are you kind of like, all right, everybody, we need to relax a little bit?
No, it's always a mix of 50-50, but I will say even people that have had to wait a little bit longer, they always commend our staff. I think we have such an amazing team that works at all 4 of our DMVs and our mobile locations that they themselves have to learn all of this crazy bureaucracy, and now they're doing a brand new system and all of the changing rules sometimes that we have with forms. And despite, even if you did have to wait maybe an hour and a half, once you get into, you start working with our staff, we've always gotten a number of many more outstanding reviews. So we're working on that wait time, but we always commend our team for always doing the best to serve.
Jamie, we know last time you were here with us, you told us about some of the things that the state was doing technology-wise to expedite services so you can go online and just click renew for your driver's license and make some changes along those lines. Is any of that in place yet?
So some of that is in place. It might look the same on the customer end, but the back of the house is improved. And that's where we are. It's been a little bit of a bumpy process. Right now, the state has implemented their first tier of that new system, the fast drive system, which is the back of the house phrase of it. So it's consolidating a number of outdated technology. Right now, they've only implemented all of the license transactions end of it. So it only is impacting your license transactions. We do know we're hearing some people that are having some issues, but again, we're as a state, we're working through a lot of those things. But what we're excited about is that in the next 2 years, particularly the 51 county clerks that manage DMV on behalf of the state, we're going to be partnering a lot with state DMV as we get towards that second rollout, which will happen 2027, I believe, for that the vehicle end of that, where we'll be migrating rather than utilizing 2 systems fully into that one new system and bringing all of those vehicle information and processes and services back into one system. And the goal of this from state DMV is really to not just help with your visit at the DMV, but the way that this system and information needs to talk to car dealers or insurance companies and a number of other ways of where your information is actually talking to different parts of your life and making sure that it's just a much more updated system. Again, most of it back of the house, most of it the public might not actually directly see, but they're going to see it with either, hopefully, with the wait time reductions, They're going to see less secure documents and things. But again, it's always a little bit of a bumpy process, as with most things with DMV.
Jamie, we're running low on time here, but one thing I do want to bring up, exciting stuff happening over there, naturalization ceremonies happening. Do you want to talk about that really quick before we run out of time?
Absolutely. I just really need to commend our partners, with particularly our administrative judge for the 7th Judicial District, Judge Taylor. We worked a lot with the courts to try to figure out what it was that we needed to do to bring these ceremonies back. It was really important that we were able to do these while technically you could still go to the Buffalo or the Syracuse field office. There is no federal office here for these services in Monroe County, which is a big reason why we wanted to make sure that we could keep them here in Rochester. So we're able to do that. We're hoping that we're able to keep these going in perpetuity as we've done in the past. I know county clerks across the state have been working to try to make sure we can restore this ability to welcome these new Americans right in our hometown.
County Clerk Jamie Romeo, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you again.
When we come back, Steph will be here. She's taking a look at some of our political headlines.
Political Pulse coming your way next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. Farmers can expect rising costs this spring planting season due to the conflict in the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz, an essential shipping passageway, is still effectively closed. That's sending up the cost of nitrogen-based fertilizers needed for crops. The strait's closure is also driving up the cost of diesel, which is needed for field work and transporting products. Some farmers are concerned about these new challenges as they've already been struggling to keep their heads above water.
It's going to cost us more to grow the corn and soybeans and alfalfa that we have. When you're looking at putting stuff in the ground or just feeding the animals, it takes diesel to do that. And looking at a 50-cent jump per gallon within a couple weeks just adds another couple $1,000s to our costs at the end of the year.
I'm worried because most farmers have taken equity out of their farms for the last 2 years to just be able to keep going.
And for more on the impact the war is having on New York farmers, I'm joined by the Director of Communications at the New York Farm Bureau, Amanda Powers. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. I do want to start off with that impact for New York farmers. I had seen from the Agriculture Secretary that 80% of farmers had already purchased their fertilizer by last year to prepare for this spring season. Is that the case for New York farmers? Are they seeing some sort of impact when it comes to fertilizer?
Oh, we're definitely seeing an impact. That number does sound a little high for what we hear from our members about the number of people who have pre-purchased their fertilizer. For those who have not pre-purchased their fertilizer, that could be a real problem. We're hearing stories, unsubstantiated stories, that there's price gouging going on or just simply holding back the product because of the uncertainty of what's going on in the Middle East. So the increased price in fertilizer plus the increased price in diesel fuel is just like a perfect storm, basically, for farmers in New York.
And what do those numbers look like if you're able to come down to an estimation in terms of the price increase for fertilizer and then that other increase for fuel?
Sure. Both of them are right around 45% increase, which is huge for farmers. It's huge for everyone, but especially for farmers. So to give you an idea, fertilizer prices in New York have gone from $400 per ton to about $580 per ton. And that's just over the past few months. And that equates to about a 45% increase. And the same thing is happening with diesel, which has spiked incredibly from about, now these numbers change every day, of course, but it's about $3.87 at this time last year to $5.62 this year. So you just heard the farmer saying there that that's going to dramatically impact their input costs on the farm.
Absolutely. And I'm wondering if there are any measures or different steps that some farmers are considering or may have already taken to account for this cost difference.
Well, like we said, some farmers have pre-purchased the fertilizer. Some are just going to have to use less fertilizer, but that's not really a great answer either because that means a lower yield in crops, which of course means less of a profit for farmers. And also, interestingly, the American Farm Bureau just came out with a report that said that the number of cents that farmers make on the dollar has decreased from last year, just a little bit, but it went from 5.9 cents to 5.8 cents. So you can see these are razor thin margins to begin with.
And if you're able to kind of talk about what is factored into the cost that people pay at the grocery store. I know a portion of it, not a lot, goes towards the cost for farmers, but the other part doesn't really apply to them.
Oh, that's correct. We have a saying here that farmers are price takers, not price makers. So farmers don't set the prices you see at the grocery store. There's some complicated factors, milk, for example, and that's another thing. The price of milk is actually going down while all of these input costs are going up. So that's not a sustainable future for dairy farmers. They can't hold on to that formula. Milk prices, for example, are set by sort of a complicated federal milk marketing order. Other prices are set. I mean, sometimes things like what we're seeing in the Middle East, these disruptions in trade supply can definitely affect prices. And then, of course, there's weather. If we have really bad storms or hurricanes that might ruin a crop, then, of course, those prices are going to go up.
And are there any specific crops that are more so in danger or specifically targeted for those nitrogen fertilizers?
Not any specific crops, but really all crops that you think of. We think of corn, we think of soy, we think of all row crops. That's what is really going to be suffering with these increased prices in fertilizer. But then, of course, there's dairy farms who have to use fertilizer to grow the crops to feed their livestock.
And I know that there have been some rumblings out there, if you will, about potential concerns about food security as other farmers nationwide are also dealing with this. Here in our region specifically, though, do you see that there may be some concerns in the future should this be a prolonged conflict in terms of getting out some products?
Oh, absolutely. Another thing we like to say is that food security is national security, and that is true. We have very strict guidelines here in America for the quality of our food. Our farmers follow all the rules and all the things they have to do to grow their food and get it to the store. We don't want to start depending on more imports of food. We want to be able to support our communities with our own local food. So I definitely do see a concern there.
And how soon would that be applied here? Is that the summertime, for example, the summertime months? How soon could this impact be felt?
Well, probably even sooner than that. This timing couldn't be worse with what's going on with our interruption in the supply here, because planting season is right around the corner as soon as a couple of weeks. Generally speaking, we're talking about early April through about June is when we're using the fertilizer. So you will definitely see an impact at the grocery store if we don't get this resolved soon. Also, the Strait of Hormuz, even if that were resolved right now, it could take up to 30 days for things to settle down.
Wow. And I know that farmers have been dealing with a lot over the past couple of months, year, if you will. What sort of challenges have you heard them dealing with? Is it similar to what that farmer was saying about, having to take out equity, for example, to keep their heads above water?
Sure. I mean, we've lost a number of farms over, in the whole country and in New York. New York is no exception to that. We also have ongoing labor challenges. I'm sure you're aware of that. We have the H-2A program, which is when we get immigrant workers at farms, which is absolutely essential for farmers in New York. We just heard a statistic yesterday that of the 415,000 applications for farm work that went through the government, 182 of those were Americans. So that is a pretty shocking statistic that tells you we absolutely need our immigrant labor workers on farms. So that continues to be an ongoing challenge as well. And then, of course, there's tariffs that, here in New York, we have some tariff relief coming up in the legislature, a $30 million package there that we're looking to see what happens with that. And then there's the uncertainty with foreign relations. So there's a lot going on with farmers right now.
A lot is correct, and we'll be sure to stay on top of it. Amanda Powers, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. It's time to get moving. We're going to strengthen our core. We're diving into exercises that target all 4 ab muscle groups.
Yeah, our good friend, tall trainer Jeremy Biernat, joining us in studio with some workouts we can do to feel the burn in the best way possible.
Best way.
Let's do this.
All right, so most people know the main six-pack muscles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ones on the middle, we're all aware of that one.
I've got 8. But
yeah, no, right. I mean, working on 9 or 10.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but there's 3 others There's 3 others that we don't focus on enough. And so we got this picture right here. You got the transverse abdominis on the far left there. That one goes across side to side on the abs. You got the rectus abdominis is the next layer. That's the up and down one. Okay. Then you have the internal and external oblique. All right, and so those ones are on the sides, and they run slightly angled. So internal oblique has up and down out to the side. The external oblique is kind of like hands in pocket. It kind of runs right in this way. So internal oblique, external oblique, runs that way. I got a little here it is right here. I bought this little sucker right here, so I don't know if you can get close on that at all. Finger trap? It is a finger trap. All right, and so what you see is on here is you got these little side to side motions in there. So like our abs really do a lot for holding us together. They really do a lot. And so those internal, external obliques are a big part of that, and the transverse abdominis. The main rectus abdominis one doesn't do nearly as much holding us together as those other 3. And so if we can build up those ones, the strength of those, one, it creates a flatter stomach. Because all those are the ones that pull in more. Okay. All right. But then it also protects our back. So much more, because it basically, especially that transverse abdominis, it runs side to side. It is as if I just tightened the belt.
It's a belt of muscle.
It's a belt of muscle around there. And so when you train that transverse abdominis, you protect that area so much more.
Okay.
And so we're gonna we'll talk about that one first. One of the most basic ways is just sucking in. All right, so you show up you just show up at the beach, you do that, right? You go,
I do that on a daily.
Every day at work.
Yeah.
It's like Dan lifts it out and just like everybody's like, whoa! My God. I didn't even know how good you were at that. That's true. So you're just pulling in and really hard. So you're pulling like your stomach away from your waistband there, and you kind of really try to keep that chest open while you're doing it. Because if you're slouch, what you're doing is you're taking that rubber band of abs and moving it closer together, and so it's going to be all squishy. All right, you're going to get the firmness you want. So you puff that chest out, you open it up, you inhale a little bit, and then you kind of pull up and in with the abs. And if you do like 20 seconds of that, you start going, you start to feel it starts to ache a little bit in there, and that's that transverse abdominis. And if we build up that strength in there, one, we get that protection factor, but then it sits like that more often.
And when you're like this, you say, I'll be back.
Yeah, it's tough not to do it. It's tough not to do it with your face also. Like, it's like, are you doing the pulling?
Yep.
Yeah, I am pulling right now. All right, so that one's a really, really good one. But another way to practice that one is with a blood pressure cuff. Who wants to play?
Oh, wait, do I have to
You have to lay down.
Okay.
I was like, you're in a dress, it may not work. All right, have a lay down
okay,
on
where
the
are
ground.
you putting that? Not on my shins, right?
No, under your lower back.
Okay.
Under your lower back.
I'm just...
All right, so lift your hips up. Yep. I'm gonna slide this right into your lower back. Go ahead, set them back down there again. All right, and then lift your legs up, bend your knees. So lift them right off the ground. All right, right in here. So we have this little dial right here.
Okay.
Yeah, watch out for anything else down back there. The mic pack or something. So hands up our feet off the ground. And now what we're gonna try to do is, you're going to try to keep your shoulders down. Okay. And you're going to try to see if you can keep that needle up there. And what you're doing with that...
You can feel that.
...is you're really engaging that core. So sometimes people do exercise where they kick the legs out and stuff, but the back is arching up really big, and so you're not pressing down in there, and so you're missing the deeper abdominals. Both the transverse and the obliques, do a lot of that pulling in. And so you may get some rectus abdominis, but you're not getting those other ones that really narrow the waist a lot more.
This does a lot.
So it helps you really get that feel for it. Wow. And so what you want to try to do is you take that draw in, and you take like that work right there, and you bring it into some of the other exercises.
Okay.
And so to go after like the obliques a little bit more. One of the really hard ones is I'll demonstrate this one. This is fun. So you go on the elbows here, wide foot position, and lift one foot like an inch off the ground. Now the key on this is when I'm doing this, and if I go to the other side, is that I'm not dropping, I'm not shifting over when I do this, and I'm not rotating to do this. I'm keeping the hips
center of gravity right in the middle.
Exactly the same place, no matter which foot is off the ground. And you'll feel the body wants to twist, and those obliques are what's going to prevent that twist from happening. So it's pretty hard. It's pretty challenging to do.
I'm just saying, I did that at the gym a couple weeks ago, like that exact move,
Yeah.
and you made it look really easy. It's actually a lot harder.
Yeah, it's hard not to make your voice change when you're doing that.
Yeah.
He was very red when he stood up. I don't know
Listen,
if you
I'm not
noticed.
It was hard.
I'm just making you feel better.
It was hard. All right, so, and then you have another one that's really good is the side plank with the lift.
Okay.
So you drop in a little bit and you lift up.
Okay.
You drop in. Now, again, how you do it matters. So pulling in, doing that little vacuum type move, in there.
Your feet
and pushing the chest
stacked,
out.
and I'm
you don't
wondering,
need to.
because I have seen it with people. You put both feet.
I like bottom foot forward because it's going to let me angle just a tiny bit more towards the ground and hit that front side of the oblique just a little bit more. Whereas if you go here, you can have the potential of doing more of the lower back, and you don't necessarily have to do that as much.
Got it.
You know, so I like the front foot, the top foot in front as you're doing that. And so you're really trying to get the hip up to shoulder level, and then you drop in a little bit, and up to shoulder level. And if you're really focused on pulling in, like all these exercises, if you spend the time to pull in while you're doing it, it's like 4 times harder.
Okay.
It's like 4 times harder to do. So if you integrate a little bit more there, let me see. Yeah, you just do the heel taps. So you tap right here. Now you're trying to pull in while doing this, and hopefully get rectus abdominis, the obliques, and the transverse going as you're doing that. And then you can load it. You add a weight in and do a V-up, and you can start building up heavier resistance levels while still pulling in, and it does some amazing work.
And then you take your shirt and you just rip it open.
Rip it off, and it's
right?
For you, maybe.
There's just lines, the middle and the sides and all the stuff.
Hit them with the socials. Where can they learn more?
If you go to talltrainer.com, we got a lot of stuff there. We got a video we're going to be making on Friday, a live video at noon on YouTube. Go to YouTube, Tall Trainer, and we got, and it's going to go through these like 6 exercises that's the same sequence that we just showed you right here.
Beach body ready.
Thank you. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we're taking you behind the story on this Thursday morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester streaming live right now on the 13WM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this.
Behind the story on this Thursday morning as the partial government shutdown is well into its 6th week, and those long TSA lines at airports across the country continue to grow.
They certainly do. On Monday, ICE agents were sent to some of the nation's busiest airports to help with crowd control. And now President Trump says he may deploy the National Guard.
Here's national correspondent Christine Frizzell.
40 days of a Department of Homeland Security shutdown, and the last few days, several major airports have experienced scenes like this.
It's insane.
What was about a 4% call-out rate for TSA employees skyrocketing following weeks of working without getting paid.
Multiple major airports are experiencing days where 40 to 50% of their staff are calling out because they simply cannot afford to report to work.
Hanu and McNeil warning smaller airports may soon have to close. The acting head of the TSA joined by the heads of 3 other agencies impacted by the shutdown, all asking Congress to find a resolution as lawmakers continue to blame those in the other party.
At a time when our nation is facing heightened threats, Democrats have shut down the Department of Homeland Security.
Republicans control every part of government and could have funded these agencies with Democratic support, but chose not to.
Looming large over negotiations on a deal, President Trump.
I think any deal they make, I'm pretty much not happy with it.
The president also blaming Democrats for the airport's mess, also threatening to send in the National Guard and praising ICE, federal immigration agents assisting TSA over the last few days, as Democrats insist changes within ICE must be made to fully fund the agency.
ICE needs to act like every other law enforcement agency, with warrants, with badge numbers, with standards of conduct, and with accountability when those standards are broken.
Looking ahead, the acting TSA chief also warned of a potential perfect storm of severe staffing shortages, just as an influx of millions of passengers will be arriving at our airports for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Newly hired officers are required to complete 4 to 6 months of training, so the impact of this could be felt for the better part of this year. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
When we come back, a look at some of the stories that have people talking on this Thursday morning.
Trends on the other side of the break. Hey, it's time to see what's trending, starting with a new app that's taking off in the Big Apple.
The app Dion is a first of its kind and free-to-use app that turns drinks into real-life connection currency.
Users can send a drink to someone they know or want to know with just a few taps.
The drink can be redeemed instantly at curated venues across the city.
So according to the company, the app is the first in the world that's digitized the very old school epic social gesture of buying someone a beverage.
The idea for the app was sparked after the founder attempted and failed at gifting a bottle of champagne for a friend's birthday dinner that she couldn't attend.
Oh, she went on to say that it was a very long and tiresome process.
From there, Dion was born and quickly evolved into something much bigger, a new kind of social platform rooted in meeting.
So according to the company, the app is unlike any other social app. No swiping or liking, just creating a digital connection that translates into a real real-world presence.
Users can browse who's out and select spots in real time, send a drink directly, or connect later with a treat redeemable anytime.
The app has quietly built a significant user base and demand 12,000 applications, 1,600 approved members, and more than 5,500 drinks treated at more than 80 curated venues.
Right now, 60% of usage is from folks meeting someone new, whether that's romantic, professional, or just as friends.
The other 40% is people reconnecting with those they already know, whether it's a birthday, a thank you, or just a kind gesture.
The drinks range in price from $3 coffee at a local coffee shop to a $19 Negroni at a bar.
Currently, the app is only available in New York City, Miami, LA, Dubai, Mexico City. However, they hope to expand to other cities soon.
If you are interested in joining the app, you need to be vetted and placed on a wait list with approximately 20,000 others.
Okay, so good luck.
Basically.
Yeah. I'm not going to turn down a free drink, though.
No, I wouldn't, but it just seems like a lot of hassle.
It seems like a lot. Why do I need to apply?
I already have a drink. Do you think he'd buy me mozzarella sticks? Do you remember what that's from?
No.
30 Rock.
I do. I like that line, though. Okay, so
Can't take credit for it.
when I worked in hospitality years and years ago, and I think I probably told you this story before, there was someone very well-to-do who was staying at the hotel, and she was at the bar. And someone else who was very well known came up and sat down next to this person. They did not know one another. But the one woman who, listen, I admired this move, and I don't have the bravery to try it. But the person sitting next to her was just about finished with her drink. And this woman says to the bartender, "Hey, I'll have what she's having." The bartender comes over, pours the drink, sets it down in front of her. She picks up the glass, pours half of it in the other person's glass, and says, "So, tell me about yourself." And that's how they struck up a friendship.
That's pretty cool.
It was incredible. It was incredible. I'll never be able to get away with something that cool.
Why?
I don't know that
You
I have
absolutely
that.
can.
You think I can?
The way that you just reenacted it was incredibly cool.
Ooh, okay, well then, I guess I'll try that.
If you want to try it on me,
You're not
can.
going to say no?
I wouldn't say no. Like, we wouldn't even have to have actual drinks. Like, but if you just want to try it out to see if you look cool, I'd let you.
If I'm going to do it, for you, I'm going to have to do drinks and cheese sticks.
Yeah, you're right.
Got to.
Love me some mozzarella sticks.
All right, let's turn to some sports stories. Baseball season. We all know I'm so good at baseball. It's kicking off today, and while some fans are excited for the sports, others are just in it for the food.
MLB stadiums across the country are rolling out a very fresh lineup of food for the 2026 season.
Yeah, and while the old school staples of hot dogs, Cracker Jacks, and beer will always be on the menu, fans are mostly excited for the pretty bizarre food offerings.
Various stadiums are taking part in the 999 challenge. Fans try to eat 9 mini hot dogs, drink 9 mini beers in 9 innings. And then you're sick for 9 days
if
after.
they're mini hot dogs, how big is a mini hot dog?
I don't think they're talking like cocktail. That's how big they are. They're
Okay, so it's a real hot dog.
like a normal sized hot dog, I think.
It's just not a foot long. Got
Or
it.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's...
No, that's not healthy. The Arizona Diamondbacks are offering the Take Me Out to the Ball Game shake. That's made with salted caramel, whipped cream, peanut butter sandwich cookies, Kit Kat bars, and cracker... listen, this
Take me
that
out,
sounds
because it's
good.
going to give me a heart attack.
Listen, I'll go, though.
Yeah, for sure. The Washington Nationals have their Capital Slugger, a half-smoked sausage topped with chili, crispy fried jalapenos, and golden fried onions served with a warm cheese sauce for dipping. You're not dipping anything with all of that on top of it.
No. How?
It's just going to fall all over
Absolutely.
the place. Try again.
Chicago Cubs have their chicken and churros, crispy fried chicken thighs served with golden brown churros, ancho syrup, and fresh strawberry.
Okay, the Miami Marlins have a dish called machete, a 2-foot flour tortilla brushed with smoky pepper sauce, grilled with melted mozzarella, packed with carne asada, onions, salsa verde, and cilantro, served in a custom carrying case.
Oh my gosh. You got your...
Here's the thing though, like you're sitting in the ballpark What? You need like 2 extra seats just so you can hold that thing.
Well, you put one kid in the middle, you put your significant other on the other end, and everyone holds on to this as they take a bite.
Nightmare.
From the carrying case. Wild. The Washington Nationals also have their DC Monument Chicken Tower. What? Inspired by the towering landmark, a sandwich featuring grilled chicken, smoked bacon, mixed greens, chipotle ranch, and Gruyere cheese on a soft pretzel bun.
The Boston Red Sox. I can't even talk about this story again.
Oh, this one's bad.
It's going to make me gag.
Look at
it. Boston Red Sox have their lobster poutine. I can't. It's gonna.
It's got. Huh? Crispy fries.
Luke's lobster meat. Who's Luke? It comes in a boat. This is so bad. Luke's lobster meat, clam chowder, and again, some crispy bacon.
Listen, the clam chowder. Smothering.
Is the boat floating in the chowder?
Stop.
No, the boat is sinking in the chowder is what's happening. Don't go anywhere. On the other side of the break, our final thoughts.
We'll be right back. Time for our final thoughts. That's it. We're done.
Nine hot dogs.
Wow. No, it's the lobster poutine.
The boat floating in the chowder.
It's like the Titanic sinking. That does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 on
13 Wham ABC.
That one.
Join Steph and Mark later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
Bye.